Hi my dear students, in this video I am going to cover chapter 2 history, 8th social, chapter 2 history, that is from trade to territory. In previous video I have covered half portion. In that I have covered why EAC, that is why British entered India, for what purpose they entered India, that is only for trade purpose, and how they started to conquer every places, particularly how they conquer Bengal and what are the policies applied by them. Subsidiary alliance, one of the policies we gone through in that video. And in this video I am going to cover second part of chapter 2, that is from trade to territory history. And in this part, first heading is Tipu Sultan, how they conquer Mysore, how he started to conquer Mysore. And Tipu Sultan, he was called as Tiger of Mysore, and his father name is Hyder Ali, and he is also one of the powerful ruler of Mysore. Tipu Sultan ruled Mysore from 1782 to 1799. And why they want to, EAC want to conquer Mysore? Because EAC, they want pepper and cardamom, spices items from Mysore. But Tipu Sultan, he didn't allow EAC to take spices from his place, that is from Mysore. So they thought that Tipu Sultan was very arrogant fellow. So we want to kill him and we want to conquer Mysore. So now they have a thought that they want to conquer Mysore. But this Tipu Sultan, he had a good relationship between French. So due to this friendship, he have a very modernized army. So it is very tough to kill Tipu Sultan. So they have EAC conducted totally 4 wars. And in the final battle, that battle is called as Battle of Srirangapattinam. That Battle of Srirangapattinam, Tipu Sultan was defeated and Mysore was annexed in the year 1799. In which year? 1799, Tipu Sultan was killed in the Battle of Srirangapattinam. Right. And war with Marathas. Now they want to conquer Maratha side. Actually Marathas, there are many states in Marathas, and every state it was controlled by a chief, and every chief they controlled by a particular chief known as Peshwa. He was the head of all the chiefs, and they conducted 3 Maratha wars. In first Maratha war, EAC can't able to capture anything, totally failed. It was happened in the year 1782. And in second Maratha war, they captured only one particular state. Now the present day it is called Orissa, in the year 1803 to 1805. And in the third Maratha war, they captured total Marathas, and they sent Peshwa out of Marathas, and they sent Peshwa to Kanpur. Right. This third Maratha war happened in the year 1817 to 1819. This is how they conquered Marathas. And now they claim for paramountcy. It means supreme power, high power, because actually now in this position they conquer more than 50% of India. So they are claiming for we are the supreme power. We have more power than Indians. We are having more territories under our control. So we want paramountcy. We want supreme power. We are the supreme power than Indians. Like that they have claimed. Actually this was happened in the year early 19th century. This was happened. And first Governor General we already studied in chapter 1. Who was the first Governor General of British India? Yes, he was Lord Warren Hastings, and he was the Governor General from 1813 to 1823. And this time only, particularly in this time only, they claimed for paramountcy. Paramountcy means it is supreme power. That means they are having more power. They conquer more territories. So they are having supreme power than Indian states. It represents. And British started to annex also small places. They also started to conquer very small places. For example, when they started to annex place like Kittur present day it is called Karnataka. Everyone know Karnataka state. So Kittur present day it is called Karnataka. It was ruled by Rani Channamma, and she started to fight against British. She don't want to be under the control of EAC. So she started to fight against the British, and she was arrested in the year 1824, and she was died in the prison in 1829. And one poor Chautikar means like a watchman, or like a Gurkha. He was called as Rayana. He was a poor Chautikar, and this Rayana, he started to fight against EAC. Actually, even a Chautikar, he is having a he don't want to allow EAC inside their country. So he called many peoples and he blockaded and fight against British. So he also caught and hanged in the year 1830. This is the example they have given how they started to annex small places in India. And now EAC, they have a fear about Russia. Why they have a fear about Russia? Because Russia may enter into India through Afghanistan, right? So now we are having the boundary with India and Pakistan. But previously we don't have Pakistan, both India and Pakistan as a single country. So they have a small fear about this Russia, whether they can enter through Afghanistan into India. So now they are worried about Russia. So now they want to capture Afghanistan, because if Russia started to capture Afghanistan, then they can easily enter inside India and they can start to annex each and every place of India. So now they want to conquer Afghanistan. So in the year 1843, they conquered Afghanistan, and they also started to conquer Punjab in the year 1849. This is how they have annexed Afghanistan and Punjab. And they have also implemented, already we gone through one policy, that is subsidiary alliance. This is the second policy they implemented, that is doctrine of lapse. What does mean by doctrine of lapse and who introduced this? These are the things we are going to see now. This doctrine of lapse was introduced by Lord Dalhousie, and he was the Governor General from the year 1848 to 1856. And he only devised this policy, the doctrine of lapse. What is this policy? This policy is, if Indian ruler, if they are not having any higher means it is son. If the Indian ruler not having son, the kingdom will be lapse. It means the kingdom will be overtaken by EAC. If the ruler not having any son, then the kingdom will be overtaken, lapse by EAC. So like this, by applying this policy, they annexed many countries. What are the example countries means? Satara, Sambalpur, Nagpur, Udaipur, Jhansi. These are the countries they started to annex without any fight, without any battle, only by applying a policy, that is doctrine of lapse. And in 1856, already they have conquered half portion of Awadh. How? By giving us a penalty as subsidiary alliance. Now they have said that remaining, they also now started to take that remaining half portion by applying that the Awadh was taken as a misgovernment. The half portion of Awadh was taken as a thing. What they are saying, that they are doing some misgovernment. They are not. They don't know how to lead Awadh. Like that they said, and they have conquered the remaining part of Awadh also. And now they almost conquered 60% of India, and they started to set up new administration. And now the Warren Hastings, he was the Governor General, and they have divided these into 3 different presidencies. That is Bombay. Now we are dividing the India into different states for our benefit. So like that, they divided whole India into 3 presidencies. That is Bombay, Bengal, and Madras. And each one was ruled by the governor, and everyone was under the control of Warren Hastings. And in 1772, they introduced 2 courts. In each district, they set up 2 courts. One is criminal court and another one is civil court. And the criminal court was under Hazi. Hazi means judge. And in 1775, they called upon 11 Pandits, Hindu Pandits, to compile a law, Hindu law. And every law, it is converted into English. It is translated into English by N.B. Halhed. And Muslim laws also they have converted into English through N.B. Halhed. Why they want to translate in English and why they want to compile the laws? Because in ancient periods we have different punishments for different things. If theft something, we are having different punishments in different different religions. So they have compiled all the laws and they have translated everything to English. And they have also set up some collector office in every parts of the districts of India, and collector is having many duties like collecting the revenue and maintaining the law and order. Everything is the duty of collector. And they have also started to set up a different new army for them. Before that, before they are having the army, the Mughal army will having of cavalry and infantry, that is horseback riders and the walk-through riders. So now they have given training in different parts like archery and sword, and they have also introduced the army name as Chipai Army. EAC have an army named Chipai Army, and they have started to recruit many peoples like farmers and many tribal peoples for this Chipai Army. And they have changed everything to European style in early 19th century. And in Sipai Army they have some difficulties and they have some revolts. Revolt of 1857 is an important revolt, and we will go through everything deeply in the further chapters. And now EAC, they started in 1857. 63% of the territory in India was conquered by EAC. That is, in 1857, totally 63% of territory it was conquered by EAC. And before EAC entered, while EAC entered, all the officials from EAC, that is from British, they take 2 months to travel from 2 months or 30 days it will take to travel from their country, British, to India through ship. Actually, after they have introduced steamship, it is very easy. That is, only it will take 15 days or 1 week to come to India. So many British officials, they came from British to India and they started to place and they started to resident in India itself. That's all about chapter 2. In this we gone through why EAC, that is why British entered India and what happened after they entered India. They have entered India only for trade purpose, but they started to extend, they want to extend their trade, so they started to conquer every places like Bengal, Mysore, Marathas, Afghanistan, Punjab, like that, and they have started to have an administration in India. This is how EAC entered India. That's all about chapter 2. Thank you, dears.